All right, so a friend of mine was asking for help on auto-scrolling through a page like this and basically clicking through. But there's a better way. Let's not click through there and auto-scroll. Let's just watch the network response when we click Show More Companies and see what happened. So right here is where we were clicked on, and so the next item should be, that was a Facebook tracker. Here we go. So this is it. So now we can just copy fetch. Let's clear the console, and let me grab a test script that I have laying around here. Makes our lives a little easier. And let's just get rid of this. All right. Cool. So now we have just basically requested that next page. So the question is, can we get more than 16 per page? Let's check. I bet we can get at least 50, but let's try 20. Yeah, we can get 20. We can get 50. We can get 100. Let's go to page 1. And let's see, can we get 200? We can. Can we get 500? Okay. That's pretty rare that you can get that many. So let's not push it. We can probably get them all in one hit, but let's go ahead and build a loop to do this, right? So pay or get clearance jobs by page. I wonder if I even need this stuff. I probably don't. Yep. All right. And all right. So now we need to parse this information out, right? So data is the first object. Meta is going to be the oh, nice. So we can use the meta tag to know where we're coming back at. And so we're just going to return this as is. Return JDAT, right? And now let's build ourselves a loop. Async function loop through pages. Our wait. We're going to pass through 1. We need to change this to page. I need to change the quote type so that we can pass through a variable using this method. Right. And now I just need to, all right. So here I want to see how many pages I need to go through besides the first page. So I'm going to look at this meta object by saying pages, and then I'm going to say D. If D is true and D.meta is true and D.meta.pagination equals true, and total pages So if all these are true, then I know that my objects down the line are true, and then I can return back total pages, which in this case will be 4, right? Else we're going to say 1, and now we're going to say for ri is equal to 2, I is less than pages, less than or equal to pages, because I want to go all the way through to the end. I plus plus. And now I want to call this again. And this is going to be I instead of 1. So we're going to start on page 2 now. And then let's grab some code here. Shouldn't need more than that. Delay, random, or rando, and I'm going to wait between 1.5 and 3 seconds on each loop, right? Ooh, you know what? Let's do it like this. We'll write a little function to parse this, a variable function. And so we need to say data, and then all of the items in the employer initial. That's weird. What is that? Why do we need it? All right. Parse res, and then I'm going to say res is equal to just d, which is arbitrary, and d dot data, and d dot data length, d dot data map. Question is, do I want to yeah, let's do this. So I want to flatten this up, right? Which I don't know why they have this as a nested object here. It seems like a completely useless thing, but whatever. So the way we'll do that is we'll say r, and if r is true, we're going to return an object like that. Otherwise, we're going to return an empty object, and the object that we are going to return will look like so we're going to use the spread syntax here, and we're going to merge R with employer, and employer value is going to be r dot employer, right? And we're going to get the profile pic, and that value will be r dot profile pic. That should work. finally, I want to create an array to push this into, so I'm just going to call it contain r. And contain r push parse res. We're going to toss that in there. That should give us what we need. I guess one other thing we should do though is, now that I've flattened this down, this object needs to be deleted, this employer object. So we can do that up here by just saying you know what? Let's not do it that way. Let's make this a proper function so that we can do something a little more advanced here. All right. So now our object will be this merged using the spread syntax, and then I'm going to delete object with the name employer, since I no longer need that. Although, wait, yeah, initial, oops. Oh, that's funny, that would have worked because I had overwritten it like that. That's actually pretty nice, I like the way that works. Let me see if that works. Because then I can use the version I had. Because using the spread syntax, since I renamed this as employer, it should overwrite the other employer object. So let's check it out and see if it does. Oops. Oops. This is opened there. Ah. Shoot, what did I do? I missed something. Why did they call it that many times? I should not have done that. All right, I'm pretty sure this will work as I had it before, so let's just put this back the way we had it. R else all right, and not quite. So I need to move this spread syntax this direction so that it gets overwritten that way. And then I need to, when we're done here, just say flat. And that'll flatten out that array for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be done now. And now we should have, well, that didn't get overwritten, unfortunately. So let's figure out why. Maybe it does need to be like this and I just wasn't paying attention. And I also need another, I need a utility that I've, actually, you know what, I think that I have it. Interesting. All right, well, we're going to do it like this. I thought that would override it, but I guess not, which, no biggie. Oh, you know why it's not? It's because that's not actually a thing. It probably is working just fine. I just didn't have it named properly. That object's not even there. Yeah, so I need to look here, oops, and preview employer, so r.employer. All right, r dot employer dot initial, r dot employer dot profile pic. Now that should work. And let's get this downloader script that we have. laying around. It's a different project. This project maybe. Yeah, here we go. All right. Yep, there we go. So I don't know why I did it like that. I shouldn't have named this employer because that's not what it's called. It's called initial. And that's just going to be confusing. So let's change this to initial. And then here we're going to just do a little transform on it, and so we're going to say output and then map. We're going to map over every item in here, and I just want to delete the employer field. You can do it that way, or you should be able to just do dot notation, right? And then return R. Alright, and let's finally log this here, and let's go ahead and download it, because if this works, we're done. And we're going to download this as a TSV. Output. And the file name will be clearancejobs. .tsv. And 3, 4, 5. And it looks like it downloaded. Let's check it out. Import, upload. Whoa, shit, wrong. Well, it did work. Import, upload, replace sheet, tab separated. Yeah, there we go. All set. Cool. And then I imagine there's probably some, well, let's just go ahead and save this. All right, that looks good. And let's take a look at this. I'm curious now. What happens if we go in here and we see yep, looks like we get all of their location details. So yeah, I mean, you could essentially do the same thing here too, right? Just, you know, looping through like that. Recent activity, employment opportunities. I want to see benefits, information. All their links are here. So that's here on this object, or on this fetch. Let's see what else we have in here. Recruiters per page. Recruitment specialist. Member ID. So it looks like these are the 5 recruiters, but I don't see how to open them up. And they don't have the details on them. But maybe we can open it up like this. Nope. Page not found. It's showing 2 recruiters there, and it gave me the profile pic URL, I'm pretty sure. That's the logo. Oh, well that's because that was this. So let's look at 2020 IT services. It should be here. Okay. So we have some information. File stack API, file stack content. Well, Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get the recruiter information out of here, at least not easily, and I got other stuff to do, so we'll be done.